It's been a rewarding coexistence between the communities and the company.
I've enjoyed the relationship. It has been symbiotic. I've provided a peaceful atmosphere for the operations. And in turn, they have provided us with things to add to the value of the indigenes of the host communities.
Do I start with the ultra-modern market? Do I start with the concrete roads that are going to last 100 years? Do I start with scholarships? Do I start with the university scholarships? Do I start with water projects? Do I start with road projects? They're mammoth in each of our communities.
As Olean Invest marks 25 years of providing basic amenities and infrastructure like potable water, roads, markets and electricity, as well as scholarships. It's indeed the celebration of a quarter of a century of corporate social responsibility.
Over now to the foreign scene, and the head of the Kenyan Army, General Julius Karangi, has denied that soldiers were involved in looting during last month's siege at the Westgate shopping mall in Nairobi. Here's Cynthia Arre with more on this and a summary of the day's foreign stories.
Well, in a separate report looking at 6 U.S. attacks in Yemen, Human Rights Watch says 2 of them killed civilians at random, violating international law. Drone warfare has become common in the U.S. pursuit of al-Qaeda and the Taliban, but few details are known about the covert U.S. drone operation. These attacks cause outrage in Pakistan, where many assert that the strikes cause indiscriminate deaths and injuries. Also today, firefighters in Australia have deliberately joined up 2 large fires as part of efforts to control bushfires across New South Wales. The fires near the Blue Mountains had been tactically joined to stop them merging with a third. Teams are engaged in extensive back-burning operations across the state ahead of worsening conditions which are expected on Wednesday. Just this morning, more than 60 blazes were still alight, with 13 contained. The region experienced light rain, but firefighters say this will not be enough to quench the fires. The UK Foreign Secretary William Hague has said that Syria's moderate opposition should commit itself fully to planned peace talks. Planned talks in Geneva next month offered Syrians the best hope to improve their lives. He was speaking after Arab and Western foreign ministers had gathered to meet Syrian opposition officials.
Despite the enormous challenges faced by the Syrian opposition, we urged the national coalition to commit itself fully to the Geneva II process and to lead and form the heart of any opposition delegation. Geneva offers the Syrian people the best hope to improve their lives.
And it was agreed that we needed to get to the conference in order to have the discussion and reach mutual agreement. You can't reach mutual consent if you're not talking to anybody.
And those are the top stories on the foreign scene.
Thanks a lot, Cynthia. And the main news again. The federal government has asked striking lecturers to go back to the classrooms and stop playing politics. The House of Representatives has denied approving the armoured vehicle purchase for the aviation minister, even as the NCAA has insisted that the purchase followed due process. The All Progressive Congress governors have threatened to sue the federal government over alleged deductions from allocations to states. And Kenya's army chief has denied looting allegations against his troops at Nairobi's Westgate shopping mall. Well, that's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks a lot for staying with us. I'm Ijoma Wonyato. Do have a great night.
Hello, I am Peter Okwacha. Welcome to Focus on Africa, our top stories. She's one of the world's most wanted terror suspects, and now there's evidence that British woman Samantha Luthwaite had been living in the Kenyan capital, Nairobi.
She had 4 young children. The youngest must have been 5 months old, and the eldest 8 years old.
Rebels attack a police station in Mozambique as the country's 20-year-old peace accord falters. Will fortunes change for Africa's rising star? Life after Lampedusa. Will meet one migrant family who survived a perilous journey from North Africa and found refuge in Europe.
We were scared because we didn't know what would happen. We were traveling from one country to another looking for stability.
Also on this program, Citizen of the World. Born in Mozambique to a Chinese mother, raised in Zimbabwe and now living in Britain, actress Chipo Chung knows no frontiers.
Belonging is a difficult question for all the aspirants. Belonging, I think, is something that is in one's mind.
And in sports,